The first episode of The Mandalorian introduced a handful of new ideas to the mythology surrounding Mandalorians, and maybe the most intriguing bit to me was the idea of a foundling. When the Mando visits the armorer, she creates a new pauldron for him and says that the excess Beskar he provided her will sponsor many foundlings. The Mando also says that he was once a foundling, so what does that mean? I don't know for sure, but I have a guess I'm going to try to put out there while we're still only 2 episodes in. My original thought was that foundlings were orphans that have been adopted into Mandalorian culture. It sure looks like the Mandalorian has a tragic backstory where he lost his parents in a droid attack during the Clone Wars. Maybe that happened in Mandalorian space, or maybe we will later see that he was found and taken in by Mandalorian culture or something like that. So foundlings might be orphans, but I think there is something more going on here. In Star Wars Rebels, the Mandalorian character Sabine Wren says that the armor she wears is 500 years old. She adapted it to her liking, but it's not a new set of armor, it's been passed down over generations. But in the show, we are seeing the Mando create a brand new set of armor. Sabine was a member of House Wren and Clan Vizsla, but I don't think the Mando has a house or clan or anything. That's why I think he wasn't born a Mandalorian. I think he is currently in the process of founding his own house or clan, hence the name Foundling. When the armorer is making his pauldron, she asks if his signet has been revealed to him yet. A signet is like a family seal or image. The Mando doesn't have his yet, so she makes him a pauldron for his right shoulder. It seems like the signets are generally worn on the left shoulder. For example, Boba Fett wore the mythosaur on his left shoulder. Members of Death Watch also had a symbol on their left shoulders. If the Mando is starting his own house or clan, he'll have to wait until a signet is revealed to him, and I think that just means he will undergo some trial that is significant to him. I also think we may have already seen that happen. Jon Favreau is known to pass out little Mandalorian coins to fans or press, and on one of the sides is the image of a horned beast. It looks a lot like the Mudhorn the Mando fought in Chapter 2 of the show. He may adopt that creature as his signet. I think the art on the coin matches the style of Mandalorian art that we've seen before. As for the excess Beskar sponsoring new foundlings, maybe the helmet is the first piece of armor that a new Mandalorian adopts. I say that because it's the most iconic, but it also seems to be the only piece of Beskar the Mando starts the story with. So now I'm wondering if anyone can ultimately follow and be accepted by Mandalorian culture as long as they prove themselves worthy. That could blur the lines a little bit over whether or not Jango and Boba Fett are Mandalorians after all. In the Clone Wars, Olmec claims that Jango was not Mandalorian, but I've argued before that that could have just been a snobby, well-regarded Mandalorian house looking down on what we might now know as a foundling. I think a major theme of this show will be what does it mean to be a Mandalorian? The Mando right now seems to think that the armor is the most important part. He needs to look like a Mandalorian so that he can live up to their legacy. We've already seen him spend all his money on just a shoulder's worth of armor, but I think he'll eventually realize the armor is literally just a hollow, meaningless shell. The person inside the armor and the choices they make are far more important. But that's getting a little off topic. I mostly just wanted to present some ideas about what a foundling could possibly be. I think it would be pretty cool to see the Mando starting a house or clan of his very own to make his mark on Mandalorian culture. But we'll have to wait and see in the remaining 6 episodes of the show. Let me know what you think a Mandalorian foundling is in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page where our audio commentary for the 2nd episode just came out. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.